nothing personal.
I ain't gonna take it personal.
So don't you take it personal.
I might take it personal.
But either way it go,
You are now tuning in with
The It's Nothing Personal podcast.
But we had a conversations that matter to the culture.
Welcome to the It's Nothing Personal podcast. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing tonight?
yeah.
Greater than great.
That's what I'm
greater
talking
than
about.
before.
That's what I'm talking about, man. We'd like to thank everybody for joining us once again for another episode. Y'all know how we do. We got here talking that good game and dropping them gems. Like, share, subscribe. Each show, as you know, brought to you by Ackerman Recording Studio, Urban Poison, DJ Chosen,
Yo.
Big Brother Keith.
Hey, brother.
Yeah. So, we got some things coming up that's going to be happening around in the area. So we want y'all to stay tuned. Some opportunities that'll be presented here for artists and people who like music alike. So stay tuned to a very interesting summer. Without further ado, everybody doing good tonight? Kendrick,
Awesome.
Can't complain.
DJ Chosen,
Everything is good. It's TKO.
Big Brother Keith, you feeling good?
Yeah, man. Better than before.
And I'm feeling great. We hope everybody else is feeling great. Let's get into it. Tonight's topic is sacrifice. Is that necessary? Is that a necessary part of life? And have you had to make sacrifices? I'm sure the answer is yes. How have those sacrifices affected you? Do you have more that you need to make? That's what we're going to talk about tonight.
When you talking about sacrifices, off the rip, you had to take it personal to even feel like it should even be that depth.
Right.
That's depth. Sacrifice is depth. You go far even doing it.
Straight
For
up.
anybody and whatever you're doing it for, you had to go out of your way.
Right.
All right, now somebody else.
So when you talk about sacrifices, on a personal level, when you're talking about dealing with yourself and you're talking about growing and becoming a better person, you got to sacrifice your old self in order to become your new self.
And
so
they got to die.
I had to really kill that version of me that I love so much, that the people around me love so much, so that I can be reborn again and become who I am today, man. And when I say it's not easy, because so many people that I was cool with fell off the boat.
Yeah.
So many people that I thought was going to be there forever fell off the boat. And I'm looking at like, damn, what part did I play in this? But it's like, nah, you had to make those sacrifices, because you would have stayed stagnant with those same people had you not made the sacrifice and let yourself go and became a new version of yourself.
Okay, then.
You feel me?
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I was at work the other night. I recorded a video say, you got to really be on a motherfucking suicide mission.
Yes.
Like, that lower version of you got to die. You got to put one in his dome.
Yeah.
Like, he got to go. And when it comes to sacrifices, man, it's always personal. And it's always a challenge that you got to be willing to take to go to the next level. You gonna always be shedding out that skin when you trying to grow, man. And that's the object of the game. Grow. No, people gonna fall off. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Y'all just ain't aligned.
And then when you do find yourself moving past some people, shedding that skin, a lot of people gonna miss that skin. When they miss that skin, they gonna try to get that skin back.
Yeah.
And you can't blame them. You know, that's who
Yeah,
they
straight
knew.
up. Especially when you one on one.
You evolving. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't blame them for not recognizing you're evolving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just got to be patient with them. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe they do recognize your evolving and they don't want to introduce themselves to it. they want to believe that that's not who you are because they so used to who you used to be.
Yeah.
They like, nah, forget that. I don't see that. They in complete denial. Even though they see it, they still saying, I don't see it because they don't want to. You feel me? They don't want to. They love who you used to be. That was more comfortable.
Yeah.
You uneasy to be around now because you walking in a new light.
Straight
You
up.
feel me? So now when you come around, I feel a little different. You feel me? I used to be able to get around you and just be myself, but now it's like I tinge up a little bit. Cause I see that you done got a little better.
Yeah.
You feel me? I see you done glowed up. You shine a little bit. You walk a little different when you come in the room.
Yeah.
You talk a little different when you speak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You dress a little different.
Church.
You got a different type of fragrance when you come in the room. You don't smell the same no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Hey, but when you understand it, you gotta take it for what it is.
That's real.
Cause when that's the shedding, like, cause that's what's gonna cause y'all to go y'all separate ways because that uncomfortableness of you in my vicinity and we ain't aligning no more. Like, either I'ma go another way or you gonna go another way, cause we ain't gonna be able to take that energy because it's making us uncomfortable.
Yeah, even if we force it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's gonna, you just out of place,
yeah.
and eventually that shit just gonna go its separate ways.
And one thing about it, it's a lot of ways to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? And you might have to sacrifice daily,
Man,
every day, not even changing yourself for other people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I make sacrifices every day.
every day.
I make decisions for me, for other people.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
That's the ultimate sacrifice.
The ultimate, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna take this back to a couple episodes ago to give some clarity. That's what bro was saying when he was like he can't get himself 100 because he have obligations that if he didn't obligate himself to these obligations, it would make him less of a man.
Right.
Cause that's his kids, his girl, his everything that he loves, that he feels I gotta give a part of me to uplift.
That's a sacrifice.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And what I was saying was, even though you have those sacrifices to make, that's understood because anybody would. You know what I'm saying? You got a family, you got to do that. I don't care what you got going on. What I'm saying is don't sell yourself short just because you got those sacrifices.
Straight up.
You still give your all to you, even if you only got an hour to do it. You feel me? Still give yourself that 100% because you depended on you. Without you, you can't make that shit happen.
Straight up.
You feel me? So if I'm neglecting all of me just to make sure they got what they got, I ain't gonna be able to make that happen for y'all. So if I'm still giving my best to me 100% and I'm still giving y'all the sacrifices and making that 100%, we all can coincide and it'll be good. You feel me? I ain't saying that like, you know, you can't give it.
So being yourself up, because you got these responsibilities.
Yeah, like you ain't even gotta beat yourself up though. Just like you know, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You deal with it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like don't be too hard on yourself. Like you said, don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
Know that hey, every day I gotta get up and put them pants on, put them shoes on, and go do this for them. You feel me? But when I get home and everybody sleep and I got like 30 minutes, I still need to pour into me.
That's my
you
pour
feel
into me
me?
time.
Check, like that's all I'm saying. Like when I say 100, I mean just don't neglect yourself. You feel me? Don't forget about you. No matter what you doing, what you sacrificing, who you doing it for. I ain't saying stop it because the world don't stop and ain't shit gonna stop. It's gonna keep going. So don't neglect you. That's all I'm saying when I say give yourself 100.
That's a thou wow.
You feel me? Yeah, like that's it.
When you kind of move at the frequency I've been moving here lately in these last 5 years of my life, it's more like this gonna kind of sum it up. It's more like Superman. Who is Superman? What's Superman's name?
Clark Kent.
All right. He's Superman to the world. All right. He got to be Superman every day. That's who he is. When he go into the booth and change, moral of the story, he's Superman. He not Clark Kent. Clark Kent is when he's able to chill.
Yeah.
He has to be Superman.
We don't get the change.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't get the change.
That's it. That's all.
Hey, but to your kids, you Superman though.
But when you embrace that shit,
Yeah,
To them boys, you
every day I'm
Superman.
Superman.
Yeah.
If I
cause
can
you
go,
they blueprint.
if I can go be Clark Kent, I got naked. You feel what I'm saying?
Straight up.
If I can just be Marquise and sit back and chill.
You Marquise when you come in here.
Yeah,
go home,
yeah,
Superman,
yeah,
you
yeah,
feel
to
me?
the
'Cause that's
work
what they
all
see.
day, every day. You know what I'm saying?
feel
So,
me?
yeah,
You
that's
get to
a big
come in
deal.
here and be Keith.
Yeah,
You feel me? You can come in here and let your hair down and be Clark Kent.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
That's it.
I view this whole like how I see it, like us. It ain't a doubt in my mind. Shit, we first generation wealth. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said,
I still
our whole life is a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? For our family tree. You know what I'm saying? So man, when you have purpose and you have a desired destination, sacrifices are undeniable, like, because there's gonna be things that you're gonna have to sacrifice in order to
Subconsciously.
yeah.
You can't think about it long.
Nah.
Easy work.
It gotta
Like,
yo. And you gotta
daily.
understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This shit happen daily. Like,
Man, to go back to what we talked about last week, when y'all was saying like y'all 12-year-old version would be like either
Man.
happy or you sad, you feel me? Like I ain't answered the question, but I was just sitting here thinking like, damn.
you been thinking since then. Like,
What?
Man.
Like shit just been in my mind. Like I had to really contemplate on that shit. Like, would I be proud of myself at 12? I would be damn proud of myself, bro. Cause I remember days I was wishing I could be where I am. You feel me? I remember when we talked about this shit just
Man.
being, you feel me?
Man.
And then like now just sitting here like, bro, we how many episodes in?
Man, we on episode 13.
You
14,
feel me?
14.
Like, bro, just to watch, even with this building, bro, and this space that we in, it's so delicate to me because I remember when we was in the house doing this shit and he
In
would
the
talk
shade.
about, like, man, you
Oh,
feel
talking about
me?
in that bitch swatting flies.
Like, bruh, even with Alco being like, when I started going to him, we in the house with it. You feel me? We talking about having a space. He like, man, eventually we gonna get this shit opened up. We
Man.
opened the doors and did that shit, bro. Now it's a whole, like, collective. So it's like, hell yeah, my fucking 12-year-old self will be like, bro, I can't believe you did that shit, bro.
Yeah.
And I ain't even where I want to be yet. But it's just a simple fact, like,
That
it was
12-year-old
time where I
person to be
wanted,
proud.
yeah, like, bro, I would look up, like you said, I would look up to me, nigga, like,
hey,
damn,
what
bro.
you doing?
Like, yeah, like, how you do that? Teach me how to, you feel me? Because, like,
Hey.
it's so, like, crazy how you don't appreciate that shit till you in a moment like this and you like, damn, I wanted to be here, now I'm here. So,
That
like, I'm really
12-year-old
getting what I
version here,
wanted.
too.
Yeah.
We once we tap back into that growth and get out of that adolescent rebellion stage of our lives, we go, even if we not aware of the fact that's what we doing, we go back and, like I said, I left Kendrick on the porch by himself.
Yeah.
I went back and got him, like, cause I am him. Like, we won now. Like, KD ran off and almost blew it for this little nigga. But, and it was out of my control. Like an old saying say, like, if you don't know, you can't be held accountable. But once you know, it's all on you.
BTA.
Straight up.
That's real.
And you gonna get BTA if you know and go against the grain.
Yeah.
Cause we got a divine purpose. Like, we didn't do this. Like, when we came, she just called me and said you wanted to talk about something. We didn't do this. But we can all say we on the same frequency.
And
We
pause
like
for the
minded.
people that don't know what BTA is.
That is belt to ass.
There you go.
And I just
Belt
found
to
that out
people
2
in the
days
ass.
ago.
Hey, he
I
gonna
saw-
say it. He gonna say it.
I'll
man.
say it
He
one more
found
time.
it out
Say
2
it.
days ago.
Belt to ass.
Yeah, I had to clarify because you know they
Thank
be
you.
lost.
Straight up.
They would have been like BTA trying to. Oh, I think I know what that mean. Nah, just to clear it up.
Yeah.
Again, that is belt to ass. Thank
What
you.
you do the side? What it is?
Pootie-tang,
I'm
nigga.
talking about for real.
Alright.
Put it on a set of time now. Set of time.
But yeah, back to what you saying.
And understand, like, when you get, like, 'cause everybody ain't gonna get built ass. That's one thing I be telling my son. Like, out of all these guys you run with, you the one that always get the ass end of the stick. That's because this ain't you. So, and this just what I conjured up in my head.
Yeah.
When you get built ass, there's clarification that you out of your element.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You going against the grain. So be aware, like, it's all about being attentive. Like, we got to be paying attention to us and what's happening to us. Cause we ain't gonna get a tap on the shoulder. We gotta catch it. Straight up.
That's real.
The ultimate sacrifice, man.
Hey, ultimate. I mean, you got to really tear in too. And like we said, if you don't know how to do these things, man, the phone is the biggest like source for whatever you want to know now. So you can really Google whatever you want to know. And if you don't find it one way that you like, keep looking. Like everything that you need to know about how to heal, how to cleanse, how to become a better person, what steps to take to move to the next. Like it's so much information available to you through that little device in your hand. You own it all day anyway. Make it useful.
And you could just ask somebody smarter than you.
That's real. But you know, these kids don't want to do that. They would rather be on that phone. So that's why I said, look it up.
Yeah.
For the kids that,
like, you know, maybe not even smarter than you, because, you know, smart is you know.
Maybe a little more experience.
More experience.
Yeah. No. Maybe
more seasoned
in that field. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you got to direct your conversation to these people in that field. Like, a dummy can teach you some shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you gotta be a dummy.
You know what I'm saying?
Most valuable shit.
Teach you how not to be a dummy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to,
depending on your perception and how you take it.
If you know you dealing with these people and they know cars, that's who you know you dumb about cars. That's who you go to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, he's intellect about relationships. That's who you go to. Like, you see how these folks been married for 40 years and you ain't never seen them fight on the internet. You should ask that man some advice if you have a relationship problem. You know what I'm saying? And you maybe should send your lady to his lady if she needs a woman to talk to. Because you know these people ain't perfect. They done been through things. They done made a lot of sacrifices.
They 40 years in.
They 40 years in.
If that's what you want.
But you ain't seeing no conflict outside of the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's old school shit. That shit stayed in the house.
Yes, sir.
Now it's so out in the open.
And that comes from that lack of
right no more. You feel what I'm saying? It don't even feel right to want that old thing back because this new shit done watered it down so bad. You know what I'm saying?
I want to ask, is it really a lack of guidance? Because, you know, y'all know how I feel about where we are in human existence. Or is a lack of self-discipline and accountability?
It's a lack of accountability. It's too much egotistical.
Yeah, like what you saying is all out here.
Bro.
But do you have to put it out there? You can be having a fight and you can have that fight in front of your cousins and it's out.
Right.
But you don't have to come to the internet and spread the fire.
No. You don't. Hell no. And you got people, everybody knows, you got people different. You know what I'm saying? Some people, and it's about how you was raised for real, bro.
True.
That shit come from the root.
That's
if you
the
got
only
BTA,
thing that make us different.
You think a little differently, bro.
Yeah.
Cause I know, like, these kids nowadays, they cussing in front of their mama.
Man,
I
what?
still say excuse me.
You see what
I
I'm
still,
saying?
hey,
Like, so how
ain't
can
finna
you try to judge them at 12 when they was cussing at 4? You know what I'm saying? My kids' mama don't play that shit.
Man, what?
You know what I'm saying? That's because their people didn't play that
Straight
shit.
up.
And it's just how your upbringing is really and that's now us, our generation. If we don't upbring the right way, then we gonna get that shit too.
That's what we were just saying.
Yeah.
It's getting worse and worse with every generation, and that's because
you gotta stay tight.
motherfuckers wasn't aware. Before we go out this subject, I want to say this. Story time. I don't know if y'all ever heard of the book Think and Grow Rich. and Think and Grow Rich.
Yes.
It talk about Henry Ford, the creator of the Ford car brand, and they took Henry Ford to trial for his competence. They was trying to argue the fact that he wasn't competent enough to do the things that he was doing. But in his trial, he told them, no, I might not know exactly how to do this. I might not know exactly how to do this physically with my hands, but you know what I know how to do? I got a button on my disc that got access to someone that knows how to do these things professionally. I got a button on my disc that can get everything that I need done, even though I personally don't know how to do it. And a lot of times that's what it's about. Like, you don't have to possess everything within you, long as you got access to it. Yeah, long as you got access to the information. Damn, my bad. That long as you got access. Long as you got access to the information, that's what counts. That's what counts, man. Straight up. Hey, we having real life moments.
For real,
That's how it go. This shit raw. What happened? Oh shit. Clean it up.
Y'all that shit on the phone. We ain't live on the
Clean it up, nigga.
Keep talking, man.
Shit.
Keep talking.
It's nothing personal.
It's real life shit, bro.
Man, straight up.
Paul that shit.
Bro, really spilled some shit.
I should have been that shit.
Damn, he spilled that shit quietly. Like
I ain't know either.
Like, I'm clueless than a motherfucker.
He came to the door talking about, I'm like, what
Hey,
happened?
just put that down.
That's
It
what I'm
ain't gonna
telling
be
you,
it.
bro.
Yeah, I got
It's
mine
gonna
right
take
here.
work, bro. We shouldn't waste the show cleaning up fucking.
Hey, it's all good.
I was thinking
We can edit it out.
Oh, I should
Shit.
let that shit sit down and two
I damn sure didn't
When
hit
did
it.
you waste it? Cause I'm sitting right here and didn't know you wasted
Hold on, let me
it.
get the
You
iPhone.
quietly did that shit like you said.
Yeah, that shit so quietly.
Man.
No flag on the play. It's nothing personal, man.
Hey,
Hey, when y'all subscribe, make sure y'all hit the notification bell, man.
We can edit that shit out if need be.
Yeah, we can edit that shit out. But we ain't, though.
Oh, we
Yeah, I
ain't.
was gonna say, man, keep it
Y'all
real.
gonna watch these real moments cause this a real life show and we ain't got
Straight up.
nothing to hide.
Man.
My nigga spill
And
like-
Keith's being Keith's on a
And
regular
look,
basis.
And you done been in the studio, y'all know that spot right there notorious for some shit getting spilled, boy. I don't know what it is about that. Put the cord up there.
Heck yeah, man. But more to the story is, man, long as we can't let our pride prevent us from growth, man.
Oh shit.
Give me a cup, man. Give me a cup.
Change cup. That cup bad
Put the
look.
cup on the table, nigga.
Here you go.
Put that bitch on the
Give him
table.
a better cup. Yeah, here we go. Got you a
Get
pig the
that
week
bit on the
cup or
table.
something.
I was looking for a time so motherfucking old.
Yeah, I need to go get some more paper.
And then I said, oh, I locked the door. I got to the door. Can't go to the car. It's over with. Hey, Lightfoot, what's going on?
This is another personal podcast, man. Y'all know how we do,
It's
man. We
nothing
handle it,
personal, man.
We had a conversations that matter to the culture, man.
Back, sir.
That's it. That's all. This shit squeezing my brain though. Squeezing my little brain. It was swag though while it lasted. Have to buy me a big one.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, say, man.
Nigga done wasted juice on my Jordan bag. Oh, he got
Live
a
from
Swiffer
Alphabet
in this
Studio,
bitch.
man.
Yeah, man, just
Got a Swiffer in this
Acrobat,
hoe.
gotta keep it. Hey, look, man, I couldn't have been on nasty niggas.
Straight up, man. Hey,
Shout out to Keith for cleaning up his mess.
hey, man.
Yeah, like y'all niggas, I done came in behind y'all niggas.
Say some niggas ain't do the right thing, man.
Nah.
That was a sacrifice, man. He sacrificed
For
those
real.
moments to get the job done.
He did. It's Nothing Personal podcast where we had the conversations that matter to the culture.
Well, we get vocal, man.
Real life conversations.
Hey.
Real life situations.
But
It's
the topic,
so beautiful.
the topic tonight, y'all. Sorry about that.
Get hot.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. You know how things go. We just we are human. Things happen, and we take care of business. Tonight's conversation, as you all know, is sacrifice. Everybody's giving their take, and it sounds to me like sacrifices are necessary.
Man, if you want to elevate,
Sounds to me like you will have to sacrifice your old ways to elevate to a new place.
straight up.
You gotta do something you ain't never done. Do
What
something
people
you
that
ain't
don't
never
sacrifice nothing, just visualize that person.
done.
They never change, they
what's a
never grow.
What's a person that don't sacrifice nothing? Who like name
Like
somebody?
they're not even
like,
they don't hold no substance. Like those are the ones that,
like everybody
get
do
lost
make
in-
some kind of sacrifice, right?
man,
No,
yeah, everybody making songs even if they're not even aware.
right?
Because it's always gonna be something you have to give to get something that you want. And that's the
So
definition of sacrifices.
I don't believe it's nobody on this earth besides children. You know what I mean? I don't believe it's nobody that ain't making some kind of sacrifices.
Straight up.
Trying to go.
And it just comes with responsibility, man. Like we are reaching a stage to where we are aware. The awareness is so important to growth, because we always go back to growth, because that should be the ultimate goal in life, because that's where that happy place is.
In this age of awareness, because you're right, this is, I do believe, considered the age of Aquarius, where all things are basically revealed.
Yeah.
Our awareness is high.
Yeah.
Like we have, again, I'm gonna say this here probably on every podcast, and y'all gonna learn.
Stamp it.
We got access to more information than ever,
Than
so
ever.
we are aware.
Real information.
But here's the thing: they understand that hyper awareness, especially in the young generation, and so they oversaturate your senses
Yep.
with so many things these days that keep you distracted from
Yup.
your awareness.
Yup.
So you can't be aware how you need to be aware.
Yup.
You're aware of the Democrats versus the Republicans. You're aware of the tariffs. You're aware of your friend who having trans issues or gay issues or intermarital issues or somebody cheating on somebody. You're aware on the fucking clothes. Cardi B is naked online. You're aware of Usher putting cherries in bitches' mouth and messing up marriages.
Man.
You're aware of everything but what need to be
Before you
aware
know
about.
it, the day over with.
It's over with. It's over with, bro, and you ain't even thought about yourself yet. You know, I think one of the biggest sacrifices that this generation gonna have to make is that sacrifice I want to be a part of it. Whatever the fuck it is. Just don't be a part of that shit. Every trend since
Oof. Oof.
I can't think, like, I want to say COVID, bro. To me, COVID is a flashpoint year.
Yeah.
You might have to edit that word out too.
Okay.
We can't say it.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't say COVID. I'll do it. But say it again. We can't. During the
Hot sauce 19.
during the pandemic, you know, there was a flashpoint, man, where everybody was just kind of stuck and you couldn't move.
Yeah.
And I see how it affected the kids that were part of it. Like my son was one of them children that was in school and his whole life got disrupted. I saw how it affected his classmates. They didn't have prom. They missed half a year of education. And they just like, yeah, because of that, you just go to the next grade.
Yeah, and it ain't caught up since.
He admitted that there were things that he missed in some classes that he remembered leaving off before they shut it all down. And he's like, he had to go back and find it and catch up so he could put the pieces back together.
Yeah.
Think about how many people didn't have parents that would sacrifice and say, let's help you put these together.
Yeah.
Like, what you missing? Tell me so I can help you find that connection so you can keep keep on going.
Straight up.
Like, that time, bro, they really took time to social engineering.
Yep.
Like, we were waking up. Like, we were getting better. We were growing more food. We were outside more. We was opening businesses. This business was bumping. Like, we was down in Dothan finna lock shit down, bro. Like, COVID killed it all. It killed opportunities. It killed your energies, passion. It killed people.
Put more fear.
It made so much more fear, bro. And ever since then, they have been oversaturating every media outlet with more fear, more confusion, more division. And your sacrifices are now, they feel in vain because you ain't even focusing on what you're supposed to focus on. You trying to fight this big beast.
Man.
You trying to fight all these different wars and social injustices that you really don't even know what you're talking about.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? And the only way you can fix it is to fix your circle.
And that's one of the most key points of it all is everyone, well, I ain't gonna say everyone, people are looking out there for the answers to their problems. Yep. You're never gonna, that's where the chase begins. The chase that never ends. Because it's not out there. Like, nothing that's gonna fix you. If you got the mindset, well, when I get this, I'm gonna do this. No. That's the chase that never ends. And another key point you just hit, they wanna be a part of everything. That's like, everything is about pleasure. Like, and that's the chase that never ends.
Like that high for being viral or getting 1,000 likes, like it's so addictive to these people nowadays, man. It's really crazy.
And it's only addicted to the ones that's had a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't never experienced
and the
it,
ones who seen a lot of it.
If you ain't like,
I don't know, man. Like, it seemed like it can get anybody. This one can get. You ain't gotta have a type.
Access to see it.
All it takes, like, I've seen content creators be very modest. As soon as that one video pop, you see the change. You see I'm popping now.
Yeah.
You see it. You see it
They
clear as
whole
day.
demeanor change. They change to ugly people.
Yeah. And I think it's addictive, man. And it's we got to teach the next generation or whoever coming up, man, to be more grounded.
Yeah,
like that
more authentic.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
morals.
The social media is not, like, the internet's not a real place.
No.
None of your deeds will matter there. You know what I'm saying? Nothing
Nobody
there.
gives a damn about you.
No one cares. Like, bro, if you go in the comment sections these days and you see, it doesn't matter what's going on, somebody gonna hate.
Man.
And I don't mean like, boo. I mean hate. Like, really hate, bro. Like, on some, how you come up with that kind of hate from wherever you went to this person?
Man.
It sound like you talking about Rallo and
that was like,
I mean,
I saw 6ix9ine. This man literally said, I tricked Dirk off the streets. I made him slide for fun. I did that.
That's crazy.
Like, I get it from his point of view, but
that's crazy.
Having that mindset,
That's
like,
crazy.
even with the Rallo situation, like, the internet mad because 2 people squashed the beef. Like, the nigga Woody and another nigga that was YSL. They had the 404 day this past weekend in Atlanta, and they was at the park together, you know what I'm saying? They put their differences to the side, and the internet mad about that. They trolling them about that. Yeah. So, you got to do negative to get positive energy. Like, what? How the fuck does that? Like, you got to do the worst to get good feedback. Like, and that's us. That's our. These motherfuckers.
I was just about to say that. That's us, bro.
Like, y'all see how twisted. Like, use your logic. Like, with no attachments, with nothing that no one has trained you to think, just with your natural common sense. Does that make sense? You got to do the worst to get some good feedback on your favorite place of being, the internet.
That shit had to be like that.
Like, you got to do the worst to get,
And that's gotta be by design.
bruh.
It's gotta be. It's just like, you know, one of my pet peeves about how the internet works is I get sick of seeing us fighting and killing each other. And it's just okay for that to be there, bro. It's so okay for us to be on the internet.
I don't want to hear Black Lives Matter.
Cause it's who be sharing it the most.
Straight up, like,
It's
how
us.
does it matter? How can we expect them to respect it if we don't respect it?
Facts. Them
Like,
facts, bro.
How does that make sense? So we supposed to respect you more than you respect you?
Who would do
gonna
that?
do that?
Who would do that? You don't. These people won't even do that themselves in their own lives. But you, come on, man. That's like. That's why I be feeling how I feel. I have hope.
We can
that-
kill each other, but y'all can't kill us.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. And you know, we got to do better. That's when we talk about sacrificing, man. Like, it's time to let go of, you know, the trivial life. Like, we done did it already, bro. We done had the jewels. We done had the cars. We done that. We doing that again? We flexing again? We stunting again? Like, when is it gonna be time to boss up for real? You know what I'm saying? When you gonna be able to hire somebody?
And that shit don't even be for you.
No. When we gonna boss up for real as a people? When we gonna really link up and do?
If
like,
you a boss,
I mean, collaboration, not just this clicked up mess. You know, where people, you have to be in a certain squad or fraternity or group. Like, what's that about? You know, it's really time to make the real sacrifice, man. The sacrifice to do better. You know, at home and in your community. The internet's not a real place. There's nothing you can do on that.
Make it make sense.
You can't do nothing on the internet to make it right. Nothing on there is gonna be right. Cause you can argue with a person all day long. That's what they gonna be there for.
man,
To drain your whole day.
that drain your whole day. You trying to type and drive.
Yeah.
Boom!
Bam. For what? A troll? A dude who gets off on you getting upset?
You never gonna see him.
Never gonna see him. Never gonna meet him. You know? I mean, you know, in these days, man, I think people might be afraid to sacrifice certain things.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to give up certain comforts, certain activities,
That's
certain
wild.
vices.
And when they don't, it's because they don't see their road is foggy. You
You
know
know?
what I'm saying?
They only see what's in front of them.
And they riding up on it as slow as they can get to it. You know what I'm saying?
You got to clear the runway.
It's a lot of fog.
Yeah.
They can't see what kind of goals or what kind of achievements way down there.
Yeah.
So why change? What the fuck? I'm comfortable now. You know, I'm
And
comfortable.
see, that's our
and I
our
can't see.
worst
So how can
enemy.
you blame those people?
Okay.
You know?
Like,
Yeah,
you're
teach them
comfortable. Like, when you in growth is always
A
uncomfortable,
sacrifice.
Yeah.
unknowing. Like, when you growing, you're
And I wanted
headed
to be
somewhere
big-
you
know,
never
I
seen
wanted to be
before.
Big Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Straight
did.
up.
But it was a
Straight
sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanted to become Big Keith, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to
Little
have
kids
to.
having too much fun.
Yeah.
And that's what we got to sacrifice.
Yeah.
The pleasure.
Yeah.
The wants for the needs.
Yeah, that's it.
And you know, like, that's a very good statement you made. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time, what we want is what we need. And some folks don't really catch that.
Yeah.
You know, what we want is what we really need, but you put other things in the way. And you blind yourself with distractions. Like, you need food, shelter, clothing, water. You got that.
You know,
You got something. There are a lot of people who don't have those things.
man,
It don't matter.
your worst is somebody else's best.
You know what I'm saying? But it do matter. But it don't matter because you ain't never sat in that seat.
Straight
You
up.
ain't never put that size 12 on. So you don't know how I feel to go 2 and 3 days without being home. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna give a fuck about that last piece of chicken, you're gonna throw it to the dog. But it's somebody that would have killed for that piece of chicken, you know?
Chicken. Yeah.
But it don't matter because you ain't never sat in that seat.
You ain't never had that B to A. But you know, I think in this walk, man, like especially in this country, like struggle is different for different people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And like some folks struggle I guess, better than others, or have a better situation to struggle in than others. Because that life presents struggle.
Straight
But
up.
you may have a better environment to work them struggles out. And sometimes I think that's where we find people who, when they get into life, they aren't really adjusted.
Yeah.
There was no support system or just an environment of safe struggle.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you said in the earlier episode, you want to give your children the opportunity to make mistakes,
Yeah.
but it's controlled.
Yeah.
You're there. There's an umbrella of safety
You get
where
up there.
I can definitely make sure you can fall all the way down there, but there's a limit to your fall
Yeah.
because I got you out here. You know what I'm saying?
I designed this.
I designed this for you to
Yeah.
fall in.
Yeah.
There's a trampoline down there. You ain't gonna never hit the rocks.
And if you listen to me, you won't know it's a trampoline.
You won't even know it's there.
Alright.
But you'll learn a lesson,
Yeah.
and we can have a safe
tell you,
conversation.
Quick lesson, story time.
Go ahead.
I take my 7-year-old to school this morning, right? He just, he fractured his tibia. They gave him a brace. They gave him a cast. He had to get his cast cut off, and they put him in a boot. Well, he been hopping around on this boot in the house. He ain't want to use his crutches at all. So today is first day of school back. Boom, I tell him, hey, man, you might want to take your crutches to school. You're going to have a long day. I don't want them. I'm telling you, you might need them. You told me what you want. I respect it. I'm telling you, you might need them. I don't want them, Dad. Cool. Let's go to school. Get to school.
Was it before noon?
12 o'clock. They call his mama. They say, I don't think Cash is gonna make it on his foot. We're gonna use this wheelchair for today. He said, this morning I asked the teacher, I said, you think I should bring his crutches back? She seen him walking. She said, I don't know. I'll put him in the nurse's office if so. I said, you know what? I'm gonna let his ass hobble all motherfucking day. And when he get out of school, I'm not even gonna have to ask him about crutches tomorrow.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying?
He gonna be dreaming about them.
He gonna have them ready to go for you.
have 'em ready.
You feel what I'm saying? Dad, don't forget my crutches.
Don't forget.
Don't forget, I need those.
Alright. But you had to go
need
through,
'em.
you had to sit in
I
that
didn't
seat
want them, but I needed them.
where them folk didn't have no chicken. That's what that was about. Sit over there where them folks ain't got no chicken in. And let's see how hungry you get, nigga.
Get to him, big brother.
Now when you
Man.
get back over here, you gonna eat that bitch to the bone.
To the bone.
Boom.
And you gonna appreciate what you went through
Man, you
without
know,
having to
why?
get beat the fuck up about it.
You
You know what I'm saying? You had to have a long day of thinking about, my dad said that's what I need. And that's
that
all our
feels
parents
so
tried to tell us
uncomfortable.
what we need. We didn't give a fuck what we needed. But that's all that mattered.
That's it.
That's all that mattered. And that's all I want my kids to know. What you need is all that matters. Understand what you need. Your wants gonna come.
Yeah.
That's gonna
Man,
naturally.
they gonna come. They gonna fall in your lap. Cause you lined up.
And what ain't for you ain't gonna be for you if your moral compass is okay. If you have a clear mind to know what's right, what's wrong
For you.
for you, it's gonna come naturally. Just fall in your lap.
That's how the world works. Can't now one of us escape that. Cause that's just how this shit go.
Back, I'm talking about maybe 3, 4, the 4th episode. I was like, my kids showed me a lot about taking it personal.
Yeah.
If I would have took that personal, it would have pissed me off that you told me about your crutches.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Straight
I
up.
had to let you learn. You know what I'm saying? So, way back before, we on the same shit. We ain't authentic, man. This shit ain't gonna change. Ain't nobody finna change.
This shit so real, man. And one thing is plain as day, and we done said it so many times. The only defense that they got is the distractions. Like, that is so clear. If you don't understand it, we've broke it down so many different ways to where if you're not getting it by now, you don't want it. It ain't never I can't, it's I won't.
And if you ever get to a spot in the road where you're like, damn, I don't understand these people, hit the comment, bro.
Man.
Swear to God, It's Nothing
can
Personal
add us.
podcast.
No.
If you
got
ask us
individual-
something
yeah.
and say something to us,
We'll respond.
That's what we
For
want.
sure.
We'll
Like,
respond to you by name and talk about that comment,
and
that question.
we ain't on that. We ain't on that.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn from you.
Bro, we
Yeah.
here
Teach
because
me
we
where I'm
want
missing.
better for us.
But
You
gotta act.
are a part of us. We are a unit because it's them niggas. They don't directly call a name. It's them niggas. Them niggas did that. Them bad ass little boys. Them hot ass little girls. We a reflection of each other, man. That's why we here. Because we understand, we have understanding, and we geeking to provide that understanding to someone who don't get it.
One thing about it, become understanding. If you know your flaws, if don't nobody else, an autistic child know his flaws.
Straight up.
So if you know your flaws and you know where you miss it, pick it up.
Stand on that, man.
Stay
Ain't nothing
teachable so
wrong
you
with
can
that.
keep
Like,
learning.
it don't matter what no motherfucking body else feel about you. That's one of the biggest things. Motherfuckers be worried about what the fuck somebody else that's gonna always be your downfall. If that's your pure focus, is what they saying.
Before I forget, we're gonna step back to episode maybe 12, 11 when we was like, for relationships and your partner. Support. Support is a big deal in a relationship, and a lot of people get it fucked up. Like, you gotta support the bills, or you gotta support the house being clean, or you got no. Support your partner mental.
Man, be my peace.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you find them struggling and being honest, don't put them in situations to be a fucking liar.
Straight
Help
up.
them out. Help them be able to tell you the truth. Help them. If you find yourself in a situation where, man, I don't know, I'm talking about mind moving 1,000 mile per hour, but support
Straight
is
up.
a big deal in a relationship. Help them with that mental support where they're.
Don't stress
Don't
your
be
partner.
against
Support
me.
your partner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't treat me like your enemy. We on the same
Exactly.
team. You feel me?
But
we
I
fighting
don't
the
know
same
that
battle.
if I don't have support.
Yeah.
Straight up.
No.
Show
How
me.
you gonna say we on the same team and you ain't told me good job the whole year?
Yeah.
Straight up.
I've been balling out and you ain't told me good job. You ain't smacked me on my ass one time and said good lick.
Straight up.
Huh?
That's real.
Damn, he said something.
And if you can't do that, at least show me. You don't want to tell me, show me.
Straight
Show
up.
me that you can support me.
Straight
Physically,
up.
mentally, emotionally. Show me that you can
Make
support
that
me.
motherfucking sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's it. That sacrifice. Is you
Selfishness and selflessness.
Two different things.
Well, we gotta unite them.
and then when I speak, a lot of things I be speaking to myself too, cause
Got
I
to.
say I be BTA. I gotta tighten my own self up, cause ain't nobody gonna tighten me.
Yeah.
up. I'm gonna
Belt
tighten
to ass,
myself.
folks.
You know what I'm
Belt
saying?
to ass.
You gotta put belt to your own ass, cause that's called accountability, and that's the first step. Like what they say when you got a drug problem,
The first step is to admit.
admit to yourself.
Yeah, you gotta keep it real with yourself.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Accountability.
you trying to lie to
Because
yourself.
if you don't
ain't gonna do
believe
no-
you got a problem, you ain't gonna change shit, cause you don't see nothing to change.
And denial is easy. It's so easy to be in denial. But putting that first foot forward and making that step, hold yourself accountable so that you know what you need to work on. And your people need to continue to be honest with you. Don't just look at them like, oh, they down to me. Like, nah, some people really be trying to help you out and give you
Straight up.
advice and just tell you what they see. Because your people see you from a different light than what
Yeah.
you see yourself.
And
And
if
it's
you got
gonna
a
be
problem
easier for them to
hearing that
see
shit,
it than you.
You got a
Yeah.
problem hearing that shit from them. Hey, get the fuck away from them.
Yeah.
Because they are literally being who they want to be, who they need to be.
And you can't do nothing about it.
No,
and
don't
you
take that
can't,
shit.
like,
Don't take that shit, buddy.
bruh.
But remember, if you hear something too many times, believe it. I'm telling you,
And it feels so much better to hear it from yourself.
they do. That's right.
Like, I go on to check myself at the door, so ain't nobody gotta check me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do the checking over here.
Nigga be like,
Straight up. Got to.
Hey, Mustard. You take your ass on in the party. You know you smelt yourself at the door, fool.
Yeah, and you done got in here and danced all night and wondering.
I'm talking about popping it. Goddamn.
Man shot go walk by and say, ugh.
It's nothing
come on,
personal,
man.
man.
You sacrificed yourself.
Don't be
for
a
that
cute
night.
dog in the party. Come on.
You shot yourself in the foot, man.
Yeah.
Just keeping it real, man.
Hey,
Y'all know what time it is, man.
that jet the way it go. TK,
Yo,
you my dog. Yo,
folks,
Big
y'all
brother.
folks.
you already know what it is.
Yeah, man.
Big dog.
Y'all already know.
This shit so motherfucking real.
It's real, bro. It's damn real.
It's nothing personal, man.
Y'all know we talking about sacrifices tonight, man.
Don't take it personal.
It's a real thing, and yeah, your sacrifices need to be understood, but those are your sacrifices. A lot of times, the people you sacrifice for are not gonna understand or fully appreciate the level of sacrifice that you made. I'm one who's made many over time, family, and especially in this business. Sacrifice gotta be made to have something that's consistent.
Straight up.
Story time. Everybody had a story. I'm gonna tell a story about sacrifice. So my wife went through an event, traumatic event, and before the event happened, I had made an arrangement to be somewhere, and being in that place, I knew for a fact would set this business up to have a support system in a city with major musical advantages.
Okay.
I knew it without a shadow of a doubt. If I show up at this event, I'm locked in with these people. It was true. Am I right? We went to the first beat auction. Them people family to this day. However, on that very same day, my wife had to go do something that was important to her. And I told her, I you know I love you,
Yeah.
but I need to be here because what I've been working on is kind of hanging in the balance on this day.
I'm gonna miss it.
And I know you don't understand, and I will take what you give me. But I gotta go do this. And I've been forgiven, but never forgotten.
Man, you talked about that a while back, but you never told the situation.
I'll tell you the situation on camera because I don't want to talk too much.
Yeah.
There's more than your business.
It's a very serious situation.
Yeah.
But that sacrifice was made, and she, in the end, saw why the sacrifice was made.
Cause she see the fruits of
She
it.
saw the fruits. She met these people. These people are amazing.
But you could have been full of shit and just wanted to be selfish and do your own thing.
Yeah, I could have.
You
Hey,
know?
but those sacrifices are for you. Even when you do it for someone else, you do it because how it's gonna make you feel. Cause if you don't take no sacrifices of being a father, it's gonna make you feel like shit.
Yeah, that's true.
So you doing it for you.
But it will it ain't just a benefit for me.
Yeah.
It ain't just a benefit for the father for you. You
Straight
take a
up.
second, I'm doing this because I know I gotta do this.
Yeah.
It's going to
It's
help
not
me.
a sacrifice if it's not helping anybody else out.
I don't. But it's
Get in the
intentionally
comments.
it's intentionally for you. Because you doing it because how it's gonna make you feel.
I don't believe a sacrifice is a sacrifice if it doesn't involve anyone else.
What if you like pork and you know you borderline heart attack? That ain't got nothing to do with nobody. Well, it do.
Yeah, I want to live longer. I started in the gym.
Yeah.
I've been going 4 days a week. That's for me.
Yeah.
But I
But
got
it's
to be
for
here
them.
for
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
It go deep.
That's why I said that selfishness and selflessness have to unite.
Uh-huh.
Cause you got to be able to be selfish and
what
selfless
you did,
at the same
It
time.
was for you. But if it was just for you, you probably would have made the sacrifice to go do what she wanted you to do.
Yeah.
But you knew this finna set us up.
Yeah,
and I'm not
them
finna let you
relationship, yeah.
stop us.
Now,
If it was for me,
It wasn't that aggressive,
Right.
but I was definitely standing on it.
right.
Like, look, I
See,
have
I'm
to
a
have-
little more aggressive.
Yeah. I definitely had to say, I got to.
Right.
And-
right.
And
As a humble man.
Yes, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, and I'll accept the emotion you finna shoot at me.
Uh-huh.
But understand this will pay off.
Uh-huh.
And it did. Those people are valuable assets.
Right.
And as I am to them.
Right.
So sacrifices gotta be made to get somewhere, bro. And yeah, they are vital to your life if you're growing. Because like we've said in the beginning, you got to shave off pieces of your old self to get to the better version of you. Because that's the only way you can be better is stop doing the things that are not better for you.
And one thing about becoming better, your environment has to shift. Your environment has to change.
Yeah.
I don't know a person that's gotten better in the hood.
That's the
that's
core.
gotten better, from where they're from. They had to make a step. They had to make a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Become in an environment that they weren't comfortable with, and become comfortable.
You gotta
to
understand,
evolve.
the environment ain't the place, it's the substance of the place. It's the mindset
That's it.
of,
That's it.
Cause we could be in the projects and this the weed
Yeah,
house,
this my
but
vision.
2 houses down,
This my vision.
we in here playing the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ain't indulged in that environment 2 houses down. Understand that the environment is the collective mindset of whatever the situation is.
You can be the rose that grew from concrete. It will forge you and make you a much stronger flower, but it does take a certain level of self-awareness and sacrifice. Like if you're gonna be in a situation where there's trap houses everywhere and you wanna elevate above it, then the things that those guys do, you have to understand that ain't.
You can't do
I
it.
can't do it. I can't go trap with them if I want to sustain a life.
Much as I want to.
You got
Much
to
as
take
I-
your mind
Much
away
as that
from
money
it.
look good,
Man.
I know what they doing to get it because I live around them.
Straight up.
And I know what it comes to. And I think that comes from your parents. Like you can have parents and your parents can be in the hood. But they can always say, well, don't go down there fucking with them boys.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Because they doing this, they doing that, and this is what's gonna happen because this happened to his brother, his uncle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Lay it on the line, especially when your children get to the point where they understand that kind of conversation.
Right.
You can't keep holding the kid with the kid's hand. They babies,
No.
but they not the same babies. Like when we was babies, man, what we were babies, bro.
Man, come on.
These babies ain't the same babies.
Shit, I was green till I was about 12, 13.
And boy,
Shit.
I know y'all seen the videos of the babies that can barely stand talking.
Man,
No,
what?
know
I
what
got
I'm
a
saying?
2-year-old that know 1,000 words.
Man, we
So-
saw it.
So it
I
ain't.
know he know 1,000 words.
3 years old, scrolling. That was my introduction to it. 2, 3 year old scrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it don't take long. Like my niece right now, golly, her vocabulary is vast.
Yeah.
And like it's like an ocean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just be like, how do you know them words?
Yeah.
But she picking up her parents don't baby talk. They never Google Gaga.
Right.
It was always talk and conversation.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you are a beautiful, cute little baby,
Yes.
but I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
I ain't just finna
Yeah.
Okay, that ain't helping you.
Yeah.
But you can see, like we said, that environment. You know what I'm saying? Cause these children, man, I don't know if it's the food or if it's us, our DNA evolving, but they coming out smarter out the womb.
And if we do any of that discipline with them that was put on us, we BTA like we will BTA, they'll be a better version of
I
us.
swear to God.
You know what I'm saying?
Swear to
All we
God.
gotta do is give them what we got. Maybe not as much.
Right.
'Cause my mama put it down.
Yeah, see, I don't think that's necessary now.
No,
'Cause
it just takes being present and being able to communicate.
this environment is visibly scary in the world.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have access to how dangerous
Straight
just the
up.
world is, and not just like violent people, but policies and things like that make it a problem for you to just be happy.
Right.
These kids know that, bro.
Yeah.
So they ain't all trying to go crash out.
Yeah.
You could just as well tell your child, look, you can make $1 million on YouTube. Just gonna
Yeah.
show you.
Yeah.
And 8 years old, shit,
It's up.
it's up.
Yeah.
And now you showed your child how to be happy and not even have to go out there and fight that.
Man.
And now you can maneuver your way to your little pocket of happiness and you got the money to do it. But
Yeah.
we ain't setting them up like that, bro. Like, it seems like we don't understand what time we in. Like, this ain't back in the 80s. college ain't gonna always fix it. This society ain't got a nice college to job program. It's just really to put you in debt. So you have to put your kids on game now.
Yeah. You got to show them how to be sufficient.
You got to put them on that
self-sufficient.
real game. It can't just be like they told us, graduate high school, go to college, get a job. That ain't promised. And it wasn't promised to us.
Straight up.
It's just like when I got out the military, man, I remember all I had to do was say I served. And they were going to hire me wherever. I remember the first time that didn't matter. I said, shit changing. Because that used to be a guarantee. You at least have some semblance of discipline and leadership if you went out there and served. And you tell me you done took a bullet and you done did it, yeah, come on. Shit, that don't matter no more, bro. That don't matter. Still, the same military that you learned the same, but it ain't.
They said this was forever. They tricked me. You know what I'm saying?
It looked like it was.
Right? That's the whole game plan, the trickery. That's the only.
It changed.
That's the only motherfucking tactic that they got, but they've mastered it.
Yeah, and in 2019 was a reset. It was a hard
ultimate reset.
Y'all sit down. Let us figure out how to make y'all stay down one more time. And that's what happened. Some of us picked up on game and realized this ain't what they say it is, because it just look. Where did all this come from out of nowhere? The disease and the cure like that. Something ain't right. Some of us picked up on that. Some of us was like, this is off. But some people were so afraid that they couldn't
even think that far.
They couldn't even think that far.
Yeah, I told you, the road was foggy.
They couldn't think that fast.
Yeah.
In human history, bro, ain't no cure ever been developed in a couple of weeks. So if you just got any, you should have caught it, but I understand if you didn't. The ones that were caught up in fear, you know, they done had their babies. There's a new generation of children that's coming. When we got to enforce them to not be taken advantage of by all of this, so that their sacrifices won't be in vain. So they won't feel so bottled up with those emotions. Like, I'm trying, but it ain't working. I hear a lot of them say, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It ain't working. That design don't work no more, fam.
Yeah.
That's the old play.
Straight up.
And you got to get with the new play. And you are in perfect position to do that if you one of these young men and women who came up in 2019 and had your life changed. You in perfect position to take advantage of this new way to get that money. It's on you. Your parents didn't catch it.
Straight up.
But understand, get out there, find your niche, find your passion, and bet on it.
Bet on it.
That's
the thing. That's the most pivotal point is you got to have that confidence without the worry.
Yeah.
Because once you go to scrambling and worry, that's gonna cause all of the flesh.
We gotta be honest. That's part of the process.
Yeah.
There's gonna be doubt, worry, anxiety, fear, but it is the process. It's the unknown.
Yeah.
But your passion, your gifts will take you where you need to be if you continue to feed them.
Exactly.
I ain't saying chase a bag. I ain't never gonna tell nobody chase a bag, because that means it's running away from you. But if you pour into yourself and your gifts, it'll find you. The money will walk right up to you.
It's gonna come to you every time.
It might not be the biggest bag, but you ain't gonna be without. The universe provides. God provides for his soldiers. You can get it done. But let go of all these distractions. This generation is the key. They get this generation to where they get to adulthood with these bad habits. That's it. They have to get beyond the distractions and make the sacrifice to be the best version. Not the copy, filtered, whatever, the internet wants you to be. That's keeping those distractions, not distractions, those sacrifices in vain. Because I know you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're making good grades. What do it matter? What school is even giving out degrees that make real money now? Can you afford to go be a surgeon? Can you really take all that time of your life with this uncertainty? It's a new game we playing, and we definitely gotta let the people, especially the young folk, know, bro. It's on them to believe in themselves.
Man, and that's what that word faith has no stipulation to it. It's belief in the unknown. It's believing and it's believing is seeing. Not seeing is believing. Because if you waiting to see it to believe it, you doing it backwards.
You gonna miss it.
Yeah.
You'll miss it.
You got to believe it. And believing it is having that clear vision of your imagination of seeing it. And once you can see it clearly and can make yourself feel a way about it that makes you feel good, it's yours. It's nothing personal.
It's nothing personal.
We had a conversation that mattered to the culture, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. Good vibe, good conversation.
Final words. Anybody?
Y'all already know.
Believing is seeing.
That's it. And we signing out with that. Believing is seeing.
Thank y'all again for tuning in. After party in the comments. Let us know how you feel, thoughts.
What's your biggest
What's your
sacrifice,
feelings?
man?
Yeah, tell us what you've had to
And
sacrifice.
make it life changing.
Yeah. What have you done in your life? What you have to give up to get to that next level? We've all had to do it. And it's part of life and it's okay, you know. And honestly, like I said before, especially for men, sometimes those sacrifices go unnoticed.
Man.
But just know, us men sitting here, we feel your pain and we appreciate the sacrifices you made for your family, for your kids.
And if you notice sacrifices from other people, somebody else,
Yeah.
appreciate those sacrifices.
Straight up.
Straight up.
They didn't have to do that shit.
They did not have to do it.
And shout out to the men on this podcast, man. We got some great young men on this podcast, man. So
Shout
don't
out
forget
to
to
the
give them
first and only lady on this podcast. She is amazing.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
But again, we
Much
thank y'all for
love.
tuning in. This is the It's Nothing Personal podcast. Like, share, subscribe.
The biggest LA. What's up?
St. Louis, what's ham?
Alabama, we in it, big.
Tennessee, what's going on?
Okay.
So-
ATL Georgia, what do we do for ya? You know.
So with that, we signing off, and we will see y'all in the
Peace.
next one.
Love.
It's born and bigger. It's born.
Ain't even nothing personal.
I ain't gonna take it personal.
So don't you take it personal.
I might.
But either way it go,
You are now tuning in with
The It's Nothing Personal podcast.
But we had a conversations that matter to the culture. Culture.